Hi, welcome to the video. We're not in the workshop, we're in the shed, and if you haven't seen some of the videos on the shed, there's 3 in a playlist. Have a look on the playlists. There's some good goings on with the shed. That's moving forward, and there'll be a video of that out in 2 weeks time. Next week's video is a camera, which is brilliant. This week's video, I've got 2 clips on my phone because I record all this on the phone. I do everything on my phone. I've got 2 clips I want to show you, and I'm hoping to make this a really short video. YouTube doesn't want you to do short videos unless you do it that way. But anyhow, a short video on one of the main things I do to every card scraper, every cabinet scraper I get. I do this every time without fail, and it's not sharpening. Cabinet scrapers, better than sandpaper. It's cleaner, they're sharp, it's one of the best tools in your kit. That's it. And everybody who's got a cabinet scraper, who's come to my workshop, who's made something and used their card scraper, cabinet scraper, has said, oh my life, these things are brilliant. And they are. They are the most underrated tool in a cabinet maker, furniture maker's kit. You don't even have to be a cabinet maker. You could be a DIY painter and decorator. One thing that I do to every card scraper is this, and I'm going to take you through it step by step, and it's not hard. So you've got your cabinet scraper, and we know how to put edges on. I've got videos on how to put your edges on and how to get them sharp. What we're going to do is we're going to make them easier and more comfortable to use by taking these corners off. On go the gloves. Obviously this is going to, you don't want it to get too warm while you're grinding it. You're going to have to put ear defenders on, protect your hearing, and some glasses, safety glasses. And what we're going to do is we're going to round those corners of the edges that you don't use. So it's not the edges you sharpen, it's the other side. So I've used an angle grinder to make this work, and you can use a bench grinder, you can use any sort of grinder. If you've only got sandpaper at hand, then you can get some sandpaper and take all the sharp edges off with sandpaper. If you've got some files, grab a file, go over all those edges and just check them with your fingers. Just make sure that they're okay, they're not sharp. You want to take all those sharp edges off. So you check that they're all rounded off and smooth and there's no sharp edges left. This is a card scraper made from an old saw. You can cut them from panel saws and tenon saws and make your own card scrapers. This one's been used for other things as well, which will be a future project. That's from a scratch stock. Once you've finished with a file or coarse sandpaper or grinding, then you can go over with a fine wet and dry or an emery cloth or a Scotch-Brite pad or even a Garrison Gariflex block. You can use those as well. Take all those sharp edges off so that when you use them, they don't cut into your hands at all. That's what we're after. Nothing cutting into our hands so that we can focus on the jobbing end. Thanks for watching.